it escalated a little more and, ended up, getting arrested, booked for the night, tased, beat up and all of that. It was an opportunity for me to, speak up and, bring more awareness to it on a different, platform. It's something that we still struggle with, something that we still need to, address and take head on.
So, everybody, welcome to Sergio's Corner, which is literally a corner. I have my guest today from the NBA. Amazing, first off, that you're in the NBA. Sterling Brown, and it's his first year in Alba. He's coming to Germany, to my land. So what's your first thoughts on Germany, Sterling?
No, I like it. I like it. The city is nice. It got the city vibe. I'm from, Chicago, Maywood, so
okay.
I'm kind of used to the downtown, area. And I've been to Germany before, though. I've been to Dusseldorf on the basketball tour, so I'm familiar a little bit. And it's been great so far, though.
All right. Do you see any major differences between, like, right off the bat, between Europe and being home in the States? 'Cause I know when I came over, just having people talk a different language around me was really, shocking.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the language, it's, some good and bad things. I wouldn't really say bad, but, just the language, some of the food. It's definitely some Americanized, food and, other foods that I eat, Italian. But it's a better quality, I feel like. And, the AC, like, that's one of the things that I'm trying to
hot, don't it?
In the gym and in the apartments is no AC, so they crack windows a lot.
Yeah. Hey, that's summertime. You get one of them box fans, you got to go to work, man.
Yeah,
you got to go to
work.
work.
I got to get to the store to get one, man.
Are you used to the Sundays that everything is closed yet, or is that still new to you?
No, that's new. I've only been here for one Sunday, and that was our off day. So I tried to catch up on some sleep, get rid of that jet lag and that time difference. I mean, it is what it is. Got to roll with the punches, and I just got to do everything. The other 6 days. So
that's very, very true. I remember, like, my first story was when I first came over there. I was at a college, and I didn't know the difference between the outlets, and then I didn't know Sundays everything was closed, and got out there, and I was just basically feeling abandoned. just walking around the streets, couldn't get into nothing. So, I can understand how as a player transitioning. That's it. So how basketball wise, do you think that it's really a difference so far that you can see through your, like, practices and stuff between the league and then coming into the BBL? So far as, like, just practicing with Alba and the feel of it?
It's a little different. The NBA is, on another, zone. As far as basketball, just some of the adjustments, the concepts, 3 seconds in the paint, some of the traveling calls, the goaltending, a lot of the basketball obviously is one of them. Those are some of the main adjustments. But, as far as the game is the game, play without the ball, knock down open shots, penetrate dish, it's, run plays, got different schemes, strategies. Every coach got a, different style of play that they like, if something that they feel like, would give the team the best chances of winning. It's always adjustments. I didn't play for 3 different teams in the NBA, and it was a different style everywhere I went.
I think basketball is kind of universal. You know what I mean? Like, it's just different styles from places. But if you know the game, you can kind of adjust and just fill in there. So I'm gonna go to this question. I'm really curious who you're gonna say. Who's the best basketball player, like, whether it's European or stateside, that you've been on the court with? Like, if you had to just say, this is the best player ever that I've been next to, who is it?
Playing with or against, or just on the court, period?
Playing with. Like, was on your team, got to see him in practice, whatever the case was. Who is the best player you would say? Just like this guy he's solid. Like, across the board.
that's tough. I mean, it would probably have to be, you know, and I can't really choose in between because they both great in their own ways. You know, Luka and Giannis, like they are, you know, they are those guys, you know, for sure. Like, I mean, them two besides myself, those I would have to say are two that I've been on the court with, and you know, seen their day-to-day preparation, you know, seen how they, you know, approach the game and, you know, what they do out there that's different, you know, and what makes them great and what helps them, you know, make their team better. I've seen it, you know, on a day-to-day basis with Giannis for more years than Luka, so it's a different, you know, mentality there. So it's I would definitely say those two guys though.
I think that Luke is just so crafty, first off, and that's just a whole different thing. Like he dominated while he was in Europe, and then came to the league, and you know he's having him a tear. You know he's having a tear at it right now. So, so what kind of player, if you just had to sum you up, you know what I'm saying? What would you say? You say, you know, you move without the ball, you do the necessary things, but like just tell me, like if you had, they said, you know, tell me what your 2K rating would be. You actually have one though. So just saying, like, if you had to describe yourself as a player, what would you say is your go-to, your bread and butter? Who are you?
I mean, I would say I'm an all-around player. You know, hustler, defender, and I'm able to, you know, affect the game on, you know, both ends, especially, you know, on the defensive end and offensive end, able to, you know, create plays for others, knock down shots, you know, penetrate, get to the basket, and then I love, you know, playing defense, you know, just being aggressive, you know, trying to take away guys or try to contain them because, you know, it's going to be a little different over here. I know it's a different style. Guys play with a different, you know, mentality and swagger over here. So it's going to be fun trying to, you know, learn tendencies and, you know, learn how guys, you know, how to stop a certain move, you know. So it's going to be fun. But I would say, you know, I'm an all-around player on both ends.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I see. I didn't. Defense wasn't my thing. You know, I could put the ball in the goal, but
for sure.
You know, on the other end, I might be, you know, go at them a little bit. Might be on the scout report. Yeah. But you know, now we're gonna break it down into something more serious. You know, we're both men of color, and with that, in the States come certain things. You know, I come from Memphis, Tennessee, and actually have roots in Chi. Okay. You know, right now my sister's in Plainsfield, so we moved a little bit outside of it now. So I still go down there. But, you know, growing up for us, it's a lot different. You know, we kind of deal with things in a different way. And you had something that happened to you, you know, as a young man, as a young black man, especially at that is really traumatizing in this culture. And I feel that it's something that needs to be talked about. You know, would you care to share on that really quickly, like what happened and how you dealt with that and how you processed it? And does it still to this day affect you?
Yeah, so it was, you know, for everybody who don't know, it was a situation in Milwaukee with the police, and it was, you know, a simple ticket, you know, go home, let's, you know, go about our day. Yeah. And, you know, it escalated a little more and, you know, ended up, you know, getting arrested, you know, booked for the night, tased, you know, beat up and all of that. So it was one of those moments, you know, for me that was just confirmation that it happens. Like I love history.
You see it on TV, you think it might not be real. You know?
Like I say, I love history. I'm from, you know, Maywood, Chicago area, so I know how, you know, they get down. My family's from the South, so you know, I done heard stories. You know, I done, you know, read up on things. You know, so I'm aware, you know, of the world that we live in. So it was just confirmation for me that it's still happening, and it was an opportunity for me to, you know, speak up and, you know, bring more awareness to it on a different, you know, platform. And also try to, you know, do things actually. Like that's around the time that I started my foundation. And and, you know, just giving back to the community, trying to change the narrative and,
I love it.
you know, give kids a different mentality, educate them a little bit, get them something to do. But, you know, as far as the situation, you know, it's something that we still struggle with, something that we still need to, you know, address and take head on. It's, you know, unfortunate that it continues to happen, you know, and that was maybe, 6 years ago for me. And, you know, we still hear stories, we still see videos, you know. Yeah. So it's something that that's definitely on our priority list that we need, or something that we definitely need to prioritize. To answer the second part of your question, does it still, or how did I deal with it? I mean, at the time, in the moment, it was like, it was in the middle of the season. So it was like, you know, it wasn't too much time for me to try to sit there, ponder, think on it, you know, feel sorry for myself, say, you know, come up with all these excuses and everything. I was still in the basketball mentality. So basketball really helped me, you know, get past it. Like, you know, just keeping it a bean. You know, I had a game literally the next day. So I had to, you know, snap out of it, be a professional, like, you know, and it was my rookie. Was it my rookie year? No, it was my second year. No, it was my rookie year. It was my rookie year. So it was my first year in the league, and I'm still trying to get adjusted to that. And, you know, still trying to work my way into the rotation consistently on the basketball level. You know, so basketball helped me. But as a man, like, I knew that, you know, it was something that that needed to come from it, you know, after I was able to, you know, think about it for days. And really, once I heard like some testimonies and people hit me up on Instagram saying, you know, oh, there's something similar happened to me, whoop the bam, like, okay, so now it's like, okay, you just can't, you know, throw this in the back seat and just forget about it. Like, you got to speak on it. You got to do something.
Racism, you know, in my opinion, it still exists today. I think the only thing that brings it more to the forefront is, you know, now we got a lot of cameras on it. We got the outlets to actually show it more, to like, you know, put a camera out when you see somebody being pinned down or, you know, do this and that, you know. But I think that, you know, in the back of my mind, being a young black man, when I go out at night or if I'm driving, you know, I see a car come behind me and those lights come on, whether I know if I did something wrong or not, you know, it's always a fear of a 50-50 chance of I walk away from this encounter or, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to make it through this encounter. And I just think that that's such a tough thing for us because we're grown with this fear of people who are meant to serve and protect. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's just so solid because, like, you know how it is in our communities. You come from Chi, I come from Memphis. You know, first thing you say is, like, do we call the police or don't we call the police? You know what I mean? Like, honestly, like, are they going to help the situation or are they going to, you know, bring some stuff with them that we don't want to contribute? And I just think that it's so, you know, tough with that because, you know, you don't know where to go with that. These are meant to protect us and serve us, and we're afraid of them as black men and black people and as a culture, you know. To a certain extent. And I mean, there's some good ones out there. I'm not shooting, you know, everyone down, but you know, we have those experiences with them that curve our thought process on them. When you went through that, did you have somebody like in your family that you leaned on, that you just really took to like, I know for me, my pillar is my mom, you know what I mean? Just for me. So, you know, did you just have somebody that you was just like, you know, this is real. Like this happened to me, and I just need someone to talk to that helped you through that process.
I wouldn't say I had one person. Like I'm a real headstrong person. Like, and I take, you know, the good with the bad. I take, you know, my bruises on the chin, and I figured out how to keep going. But I also have, you know, just, you know, people around me that I can, you know, listen in to and see what they think, get their perspective, and then, you know, keep it moving. And, you know, obviously, you know, those that's close and, you know, that initial family, like, you know, mother, father, brother, you know, I definitely talk to my dad. I definitely talk to my mom and talk to my brother, you know, about the situation. And I got a great supporting cast. I got a lot of people who are on my side, you know, because when it first happened, nobody... I would say probably those are maybe the only 3 people that believe that I was innocent, like that I didn't do anything in the situation.
Really?
So it was like, you know, okay, it is what it is. This is my side of it. And then once
I know my truth.
Came out, then it was like, oh yeah, like he was right. Like the police. Yeah, like it was just the narrative changed a little bit. So, it is what it is. But I definitely got a good team surrounding me.
So we're running a little longer than normal, but I'm gonna ask you this, and I always do this segment, and it's called "Wow" or Words of Wisdom. Especially coming from where we from. Like last episode, I talked about mental health with my boy Dwayne, which is so important, and especially with going through what you went through, like processing what happened and dealing with it and moving forward and becoming a better person, and like you're doing now, just thriving on all levels. Do you have any words of wisdom for up and coming athletes or up and coming young men or people in our situation that you would like to dish out just so that they could have something to hold on to?
I would say, stay strong, stay disciplined, and stay out the way. Remember what you're doing this for. Remember who you're doing this for. A lot of people have different reasons, but like you said, where we come from, we pretty much all got the same goal. We're doing this, to better our lives and our families' lives. If some of us have kids at a young age, we're doing it for a reason. Like, we're not just doing it for ourselves. We love the game, don't get me wrong, but, we doing it, to
so we eat.
Simple.
We gotta eat.
Yeah, so really just always remember, what you're doing it for, keep that in your forefront, and, definitely got to be disciplined in order to, keep achieving, greatness and getting to the next level. I always, was told, and I always think about it now, shoot for the moon, and if you don't get there, you'll reach the stars. So, if you put in the work, you want to be a, NBA champion, you want to be an NBA MVP or, EuroLeague champion or MVP, you don't reach that and you become a, NBA player, at best. You still did something great, so, I would say those are my words.
Okay. Now, I'm going to just follow behind that with, it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. I feel that everything in life, whether at that time you realize it or not, and you can be a testament to this or not, it's to grow you. It's going to help mold you. Your experience is going to help change you. It's going to help build you. So remember when it's happening to it and when you're going through that storm, that it doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Because the end is going to shape you to who you are and mold you into who you're supposed to be. All right, brother, listen, I'm not going to hold you, man. I appreciate you. It was great talking to you. I wish you have the best season. Hopefully I can get out there and scout report you a little bit and get down with it. But, go out there and have fun in Germany. If you ever need me, I'm right up the corner. I'm right on the street, and I'm right on Instagram, man. Love you to death. Stay safe. Be blessed. And I'll talk to you later, man.
Appreciate it, man. Love, always.